Now, German carmaker BMW is investing 4.2 billion rand in its South African operations to make electric vehicles. Now, from the second half of next year, BMW will add plug-in hybrid versions of the X3 sports utility vehicle to its existing petrol and diesel versions. Let's bring in the BMW South Africa CEO, Peter van Binsbergen, who joins us virtually. Peter, thank you so much for your time this evening. You're taking the lead and going forward to produce these hybrid cars, yet government still behind in finalizing its policy. Why is that?
I can't answer for the government why we still don't have the policy there, but I think BMW has seen the need to go the step in bringing electric mobility into South Africa, into production here, in order that South African auto industry doesn't get left behind. So we're taking the step, I think in the faith and hope that the government's policy will come. And I think we build on a very strong relationship with government. If you look at the programs that have gone before, like the current APDP program. So I'm positive that something will come. It's taking its time, but we're going ahead in the meantime.
Now, we understand that this production will be exclusively for export. Is that correct? And what markets are they heading to?
It's not 100% correct. We will be the only location building the hybrid for the world. So all markets who sell the hybrid will get it from South Africa. I think that's a great honor that the Roslyn plant has been chosen to supply the worldwide demand for. But there are customers here who see the benefits of EVs, and they're very often the early adopters who have already gone fully solar at home and so on. And so the EV is just the next step into their renewables lifestyle.
Now, BMW is embarking on this at a time when factories are being hit by these power cuts that you've just spoken about. How is your business coping with these power cuts, and what does it mean for those processes that you need to put into place in terms of production? And does it hurt the sentiment around the business that you're trying to grow?
Well, clearly, the news out of South Africa that we have load shedding doesn't help when you're arguing with your head office for more investment into this country. So it doesn't help our story, definitely not. What we're seeing is that the power cuts hitting our suppliers is often more disruptive than hitting us ourselves. And that's because the suppliers who are running hot form processes, for example, like casting alloy wheels, simply can't keep going if they get constant power cuts. But what I'm happy to say is the new Minister of Electricity is very active. He's interacted with NAMSA and the auto industry. He's visited our plant, for example, as well as all our competitors' plants. And he understands the problem. And I have faith that the technical solutions that he has in mind will bring us into a better way ahead. And actually, at the moment, things are looking better. So I'm optimistic. And I think our company investing 4.2 billion shows that we too are optimistic about South Africa.
Very optimistic indeed. Have you been hit by all the troubles we've been experiencing in our rail and port sectors as well?
Clearly, having a plant in Roslyn, landlocked, we need rail, we need logistics. And to put it simply, for production in an export-oriented environment like we are, you need two things. You need power and you need logistics. So these are the two big challenges, but they hit us, of course, as well. But South Africans are good at finding solutions, and to date, we've managed to keep our production running on plan and kept our exports getting to the ports somehow. But it would really help our situation if also the logistics situation was stabilized. But here again, I feel government understands that it's a problem, and we are in open dialogue about these topics.
Do you chuckle sometimes when you speak to your colleagues, your other CEOs in other regions within BMW, when they talk about the problems that they're having? You, in your position and your business and team, have had to be very agile with what doing business in South Africa can turn up on a day-to-day basis. Has it affected morale at all, or do you see it as a challenge to be as agile as possible in business?
I think it's a challenge that we have to deal with. We've been in the country now for 50 years, and we hasn't always been plain sailing. So I think we're working on these challenges one by one. And of course, when my CEOs in other countries tell me about their problems, we can only smile and say, your problems are pretty easy to solve. But South Africans are problem solvers, and that's why you know, we've been here 50 years. We've solved other problems before, and we'll get through these problems together as well, I'm sure.
And on that positive note, we bid you good night. Thank you so much. Peter van Binsbergen is the BMW South Africa CEO, speaking to us virtually there. A very optimistic business in South Africa indeed, especially in a sector that needs it at the moment.